to get the edge of your ear, girl, just.
And not the
girl, ear just brown on the side.
And not the right. My grandma thought she was a beautician, so she used to try to get all the way to the root in the back. The little bead, the little tiny hair.
You said she used to think she was a beautician.
Yeah, she was a beautician.
That's hilarious. That's what's up though. So she made the hop comb. She made a few other hair products. What's the next one on the list, Mia?
Alright, so Lewis Howard, am I saying this right?
Lattimore.
Latimer.
Yeah,
He was an engineer and a draftsman from 1848 to 1928. He was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts, and he was one of our greatest inventors of our time. He invented water closets for railway cars.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what.
We need those.
Yo, yes.
I still use them.
Definitely.
An apparatus for cooling and disinfecting. That just sounds smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a locking rack for hats, coats, and umbrellas, and a lamp fixture.
That's what's up.
Wow, that's some impressive stuff.
Exactly.
These are all things that people use to this day.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's some of the greatest. Sammy, we can hear you on air, sir. It's okay. Thank you. You said what? Go ahead.
This is all the stuff that we use to this day. I mean, that's really impressive in the 1800s.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. There's a lot more out there that we really don't know about that we honestly use to this day. One of them, I believe, I read on another list was cabinet. I forget what they call, but they basically like the standalone cabinets that you can sit kind of anywhere in the room, and you may put some books on top of it, but it has like cabinets that you open up, so you could put clothes in it, candles, whatever it may be. But somebody made that, a black person made that in the 1800s. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. So you want to read the next two, Duchess?
I don't think I want to. No.
What you silly.
So the next person is what is it, Lida? What would y'all say?
Lida.
Lida D. Newman, civil rights and women's rights activist, inventor. And it says the African American inventor and the women's rights activist was hairdresser by trade. She received a patent for an improved model of the hairbrush in November 15, 1898. Way back.
Right.
The hairbrush design had evenly spaced rows or bristles with open slots to guide debris away from the hair. I guess to get the nasty stuff out. You know how when you comb your hair and then
stuff come out. Yeah, but I guess the thing I want to know, I might Google it. What's the first hair brush? Because I want to see what does it look like.
But she made the
because if you have a whole socket to just empty out, what does that brush look like?
Right, or it could be like a wide tooth comb,
maybe,
or a wide tooth comb. You know how them wide tooth combs be really big. So she probably created the ones that got the big ones, and then the little ones. You know how they have the combs with the big tooth,
I do.
The little bitty tooths in between them, and then have the big tooths too to catch the little stuff out of your hair.
Okay, yes, I do, and it popped up too. I want to say, I don't know which one of these might be. They some ugly brushes though. They're real ugly. Let me show my screen right quick.
Yeah.
Look at these brushes.
Yeah, that's some ugly brushes.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure which one might be the brush that she improved, but it might be this one. What's this? I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, power to the black. It should have been a black person that did the first.
Man, I'm telling you, okay, for real. But that's what's up. So Lida D. Newman, improved hairbrush. Up next we have Benjamin Banneker, which is an author, scientist, mathematician, farmer, astronomer, publisher, and an urban planner. Yes, he did it all. Benjamin Banneker's designed our nation's capital. So this was the most important to me out of the entire list, because I have never heard anybody speak on Benjamin when mentioning the Capitol at any point in time in history.
He invented the clock for it, right? The Big Bang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it says that a lot of recognition for the nation's capital as far as a monument would not have been basically without Benjamin's design.
Exactly. He was the architect for
Yeah, he did. Yep. He designed literally all the parks that surround it. I mean, just everything in that area he did.
Oh,
Yeah, I learned that out
that's
in the movie Hidden Colors. I didn't know that.
You said what about Hidden Colors?
In the movie, they talk about Benjamin Banneker.
Oh, do they? Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't recall that part.
Which movie?
Hidden Figures with Taraji P. Henson, and
we
we should probably all go see it as a team or something.
theaters anymore as well.
No, it's still in theaters because they just did a free screening at the movie grill, studio movie grill.
Yeah.
It was like this week actually, like Tuesday or something like that. I seen it on Instagram. I was like, oh, they doing another free screening?
Right.
Dang. And actually the screening is today because I remember I was like, I would go see it again, but it's the same day as the show.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to do it. But yes, indeed. It said,
That's neat.
It is very neat. It says Washington, D.C. itself can be considered a monument as a result of the genius of Banneker. From 1792 to 1802, Banneker published an annual farmer's almanac for which he did all the calculations himself. That's what's up. Big up to Mr. Banneker, because Washington, that area would just not be what it is, what we know it today without this man. Sarah Boone, which I actually brought on my show. Do you remember I did a Black Inventors maybe like week 4 or 5 of last year's show? Like, I mean, this is when we were in the very first building. Mm-hmm. So Sarah Boone was on my list, and she's famous for the iron board.
Oh yes, I remember.
Yes, indeed. So she's one of my favorites too, because we all in this room can relate to using an ironing board.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. 1870 to 1900. So it says Sarah Boone was born in Summit, Mississippi. She made her name by inventing the ironing board. Boone was a rarity during her time, a female African-American inventor. In her patent application, she wrote that the purpose of her invention was to produce a cheap, simple, convenient, and highly effective device, particularly adapted to be used in ironing the sleeves and bodies of lady garments. So, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It had to be a woman to create that.
Yeah, it had to. I agree. Up next, we also have James Edward West. James West was born in Farmville, Prince Edward County, Virginia. He holds over 250 foreign and U.S. patents for the production and designs of microphones and techniques for creating polymer foil electrics. Now, I don't know what that is, but the microphone part, yes, indeed. Because,
can I make?
man, yeah, that's tight right there.
Wait, hold on. I got a comment back on Sarah Boone.
I'm so done with you. What about Sarah Boone, girl?
I said, because I called her, I said they had to be a woman to make it, but men aren't that close more than women, I believe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you own the iron board?
I own an ironing board. Do I use it every day? No.
Do you iron?
There's a few men in this room.
In the dryer.
You said you throw it in the dryer? Okay, so yeah, we had a guy.
I know guys that iron their clothes every single wake up, iron their clothes, and put it like, really? I don't even know how to iron.
You said you don't know how to. Jaquetta said that's too much info. That's what's up, though. We wouldn't be able to do it without Sarah Boone, okay? So that's what's up. Kudos. You said it had to be a woman, huh? Yeah. Okay, James West.
You, the world will mean nothing.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So up next we have Emmett Chappelle, not Dave Chappelle, Emmett. He's a biochemist. Emmett Chappelle was born in Phoenix, Arizona, 1977. Chappelle started researching and found a way to use laser-induced fluorescence to detect plant stress using satellite technology, which was important for farmers/crop specialists to read plant health, adjust planting, and improve food production. Yes, indeed.
That's cool.
That's really neat.
Very neat.
Yeah, and because you don't think about so many different aspects of life and where there is a lack.
Oh, I'm a great for people that.
You said you're gonna create something. What?
No, I was thinking mine. Like what you said, there's so many like I can correct this for farmers and stuff.
Right.
I can do this and do that. Like people don't think like that.
And you know what? Most inventions come from experience.
Yeah.
So it's like if you were trying to do something back in this time, what would you have made to make your job easier, to make your day-to-day, life much easier? Yeah. So most inventions, I think, I don't know about today. A lot of inventions today are improved inventions, but back then when there were no cars, when there were no automatic guns, just little stuff that we hardly think about. Somebody had to think about that at first. So that's what's up. Up next, we also have Jan Ernst. Jan was born in Dutch, South American county now called Suriname. In 1883, he successfully invented what many before him had attempted, an automated shoemaker machine that quickly attached the top of the shoe to the sole. This process is called, quote unquote, lasting. I don't know anything about shoemaker terms or anything like that, so that's what's up. So that's good for the 14 black inventors. We didn't get through all 14 because I actually want to get to my health expert. I want to know about this root chakra that she's going to be discussing. Yes, indeed. So Jaquetta, you can go ahead and come on air, love. We are expecting to hear from you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'm going to tell the world that you are about to hop on air. Oh, somebody said the first hairbrush was in Egypt because they all had good hair. Big ups to James for listening. Thank you, James, for your feedback. We appreciate that. So, Jaquetta, just for everybody out there listening, this is my girl, Jaquetta Klein. She is my official health expert. She comes on twice a month to bring us the health. That's all we want over here. We just yes indeed. And she's been busting major moves. Every time she leaves the studio, she has something up next or something new that some kind of presentation. Yes indeed. Right. How did that presentation at Baylor go?
So the presentation at Baylor went fantastic.
Okay.
I stepped in and I just gave them exactly what they needed to hear.
Which was
my program, which is Reset, is designed to bridge gaps between individuals that are recovering from injury and trying to live happy, healthy, and healed.
Right.
So I went in and the two gentlemen that initially invited me to do the presentation was there and they were very excited. I got lots of feedback. They were very, very supportive. And one of the things that stuck out to me the most was they acknowledged that I had stepped into a market that was untapped. So when you consider the idea of what people are doing in holistic health and wellness, there aren't any practitioners, lifestyle coaches, trainers doing what I'm doing in terms of bringing food and fitness to people in their homes as part of their healing and lifestyle change process. And so one of the other PTs in the office was just really, really excited. And the first thing they asked me was, what can we do to help you get this thing going? And that felt really
That's what
really
you want.
good.
Those are the kind of conversations you want to have.
Exactly.
Definitely. Big ups to that.
I'm excited. I'm starting out in the Burleson area. The newest Baylor Institute is built off of I-35 on South Freeway. So that's my first initial place of beginning. They are working with other Baylor PT clinics in the DFW area. They are currently forwarding my information to those other managers to get them in contact with me so I can set up presentations in other clinics and deliver my passion as well.
Look at
and
you.
From there, become a staple and a collaborator with PT Baylor clinics all over the Fort Worth area.
Ma'am, you are moving it. Yes, indeed. Reset by Jim.
Yes.
So, all right, so let's get into it then, because I'm just overwhelmed right now. I don't know what to say to you, honey.
My face is still hurting.
You're right.
I can't believe it.
That's what's up.
So for those of that have been listening with us and have been following, I am going to be wrapping up the 7 chakras, which was a series I did for beginners. And this evening we are finishing off with the crown chakra called Sahasrara.
Okay.
I love trying to get the Eastern names out there to people so they know I'm legit.
Yes.
So with the crown chakra, what we have is the highest representation of our ability to be fully connected spiritually. And it's about purity in that spirituality. Again, it's located at the top of the head, and it's going to embody our liberations, sharing of great knowledge, accessing deeper understanding, tapping into inner wisdom, and connecting to a higher state of enlightenment. I love to talk about enlightenment because in my reset program, that is an aspect. Individuals really need to know what it is that we're doing and why we're doing it, and that aspect of enlightenment just makes everything it helps everything to make more sense, and you're more likely to stick with something when you know how and why you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
This particular chakra also centers on emotional connections for inner and outer beauty, which I love that, because if you're working on your outer beauty, you want to enhance the inner beauty so it makes you look even better and feel even better on the outside. And then we're talking about bliss. I think bliss is a different emotion that we don't quite get to talk about, or we don't hear a lot of, but it's beyond joy and peace. It's just being absolutely comfortable with what you know about your environment and about yourself. Like that childlike innocence to just dive and roll around in the grass and just be completely uninhibited with joy and peace. And then there's also a divine energy that allows us to be connected to everything in the universe as well as on the earth. In our physical energy here, again, wisdom, intuition, spiritual development, selflessness. It's not always about you. You have to move yourself out of the way sometimes to get a deeper connection with what's going on around you. A universal higher consciousness, and then your ability to physically meditate and process information in terms of how your environment is affecting your body from a muscular, neurological, psychological type perspective.
Right.
A really good way to deal with enhancing the chakra or healing it or unblocking it is meditation. One of the things I want to hone in on is consistency. Anytime you're talking about healing an energy, unblocking an energy, you want to be consistent. Set timers in your phone, put it on your calendar, set reminders to take that time each and every day to give knowledge to the fact that you want to be wiser, you want to be stronger, you want to be more centered. And so the crown chakra ties in all of those things from the root chakra on up, and that consistency just will allow it to stay and maintain
to flow.
balance.
Right.
The color is violet. Again, it's located at the top of the head. It's just a dedication to divine consciousness and trusting the universe. I don't like to use a lot of labels, but for people that are spiritual, wherever you're getting that power from, just being able to trust that power, trust the connection you have to the universe, and integrate that knowledge and wisdom into your life and into your connections.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you were.
Even though, so one of the things that you will find when this chakra is imbalanced is you're going to see headaches. There may be some mental illness, which we can understand chemical imbalances from that perspective. There's going to be left brain disorders such as coordination.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say a right brain discoordination? Okay.
And then you'll also see issues with epilepsy. Again, that's mental stress, connections, firing, misfiring, different things like that. Varicose veins and blood vessel problems are what I found interesting, because to me, that's blood flow.
Exactly.
So when your body isn't able to push blood through the body like it's supposed to, you get pooling. And then with the mental illness aspect, a lot of times that's a symptom of people that are sedentary. Sedentary typically comes from people that are struggling with depression. And it's from the mind.
Yep.
It's from the mind, and it works its way down. So I thought that was pretty interesting. That was one of the side effects of an imbalanced crown chakra is something all the way deep down in your legs.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It definitely is a snowball effect. And actually, one of my girls that I follow, I actually had her on the show, the last show of last year, Shira from Synchronicity Studios. Okay. She talked about the way that you tune the chakras. There's an order because the body is just like an instrument, and so you want to tune these chakras in a certain way so that they ebb and flow in a certain way with the body. And so that's why it has or can have a snowball effect. When you do this one over here, but you missed out on this one, you didn't give as much attention to this one. It's just, there's an order that you tune, just like you would tune a guitar, like you would tune any kind of instrument. I want to, if you want to get with me after the show, just at some point, to talk about that. Maybe we can talk about it on the show one night.
How to kind of tune them and balance them
in order.
Oh, wow.
Yes, indeed.
I love that. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
For what stimulates the crown chakra in terms of healing is violet foods and drinks. So we talk about the dark berries, your plums. You talk about plums, your blackberries, blueberries, different things like that that are high in antioxidants. So when you consider again the health of the brain is highly affected by antioxidants and oxidative stress.
Yep.
So when your cells are becoming stressed, they're losing life, your brain function, those chemical reactions tend to get really, really unbalanced. And so eating foods that are high in antioxidants will start to kind of revert to that. Jasmine essential oil and lavender essential oil, which is also going to be purple.
Jasmine essential oil and what was the other one? Lavender. I love lavender. I have lavender mixed in a candle that I have at home. It's all from scratch.
A secret to an amazing bath is peppermint oil and lavender oil in your bath.
What's so amazing about this bath? And is this for women or is this for anybody? Okay.
Anybody.
So
so the lavender is naturally relaxing, so you're going to absorb a lot more because the hot water is opening up your pores, and then the lavender oil can be more absorbed more effectively because it's natural instead of getting something that has lavender oil in it like a lotion or shower gel.
Right.
But using pure oil gives a lot more relaxing, and then when you're in a hot tub, again your pores are opened up and you're trying to, it's like a gentle detox because the peppermint oil is antibacterial, it opens up your airways, it allows you to absorb more oxygen. So while you're in the tub, you're getting both more oxygen and you're able to relax deeper and talk about a good night's sleep. I didn't think nothing else about finding an outfit. My deep sleeping dreams that I had.
Right. I feel that.
That's a little secret there with the lavender oil. It works wonders.
And what about the peppermint part?
Well, there's the jasmine essential oil. I'm not familiar with jasmine, but the peppermint part, I use it for all things such as headaches, minor aches and pains. I'll be able to use it for, like if I'm having a little bit of stuffy nose, I'll use it for airways. For some times that people are having seasonal allergies, lavender, lemon, and peppermint oil are really, really good for naturally eradicating allergy symptoms such as sneezing, coughing, the congestion in the chest.
Right.
That blend is really, really good for healing and opening airways and kind of getting you back center.
Yes, that's me all the way.
And so to end real quick too with the crown chakra, I started doing the affirmations so people can understand, again, language is everything. Your vibrations, your tone, the words you use channel different types of energy. And so for individuals that are still struggling with their chakras or think that it may be blocked, some things that you can start saying to yourself and out loud are, I am part of the divine. I honor the divine within me. I seek to understand and learn from my life experiences. I cherish my spirit. I trust my intuition. That's usually a really, really difficult one for people that self-doubt and just really just saying, what I want and what I feel is what needs to be done right now, and I trust it.
Yes.
My life moves in grace. I am open to divine wisdom. I am at peace.
Yes,
mind.
for that I am at peace. And I love, did you say I'm connected with the divine?
I honor the divine within me. I am part of the divine.
Okay. I love that. I am part. And you know what? I actually just talked about that with my mother today as we speak. I just gave her some words of encouragement and just basically was saying, you know, we are whole. Once we get in the ebb and the flow of this shift that we're in right now, this conscious shift, once we ebb and flow, we become a part and not apart from. Mm-hmm. And then we begin to realize how whole we are and that we are not fragments and we are not portioned and cut off here. Yeah, we definitely are whole, just like the divine, and we're whole within the divine. Mm-hmm. So that's really amazing that you you brought that up on air. Didn't I say that? Give me some. That's crazy. Yeah, we definitely tuned in with each other. That's what's up. So thank you so much. And I think it's really cool too that, speaking of foods, you know, like I was talking about what real soul food is, food of the sun, solar food. It's really cool that these different foods align with these chakras, and we know by the colors of them. Red apples, you know, that's good for the root chakra, and it can be good for the heart chakra, dealing with blood and stuff like that. The greens, the green stuff that we eat, the green vegetables, that's heart chakra. Right, oranges, that's the solar chakra. Your blues, what are blue foods for your eyes? Yes, that is the third eye chakra.
Purple, you know, some eggplant there, you know, your plums.
You know, I don't eat eggplant, but I don't discourage anybody out there that eat eggplant.
That's my husband. He has a lot of patience when it comes to those delicate foods.
Okay.
I'm too heavy-handed, and I just burn everything.
Okay, wow. That's what's up, though. They're very healthy, so yeah. So thank you so much again, Jaquetta. I absolutely just love your segments. They're always positive, very uplifting, encouraging, enlightening, educational, informative. Yes, indeed. I love you. So we have, and I'd like for you to stay on air for this, because I know Yarbrough and People's probably coming in right now, but just right quick, 64-year-old woman gives birth to twins. I love it. Look, let me tell you why I love this. Girl, because, you know, I just feel like we are programmed to be a certain way. And this woman, 60-some years old, is still doing her thing. And I encourage that. If you want to have children in your 60s, do it. Yes, because yes. I say yes.
I say no.
I say yes.
I say no.
I definitely say
yes. If you were bold and brave enough to stay whole as a woman at that age, because again, you talk about programming. They tell you to get your hysterectomy. They tell you to take out your organs and do all these things at a certain age because the things it's causing some issues.
All kind of problems.
Right.
The pregnancy might not be successful.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not just that. It's just like, come on now, like, you want your kid, who's to say that you're going to live forever? You get what I'm saying?
Young moms die too, though.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
But see, it's that way of thinking, though, that will, you know what I'm saying?
That woman
that could cause
most women in their 20s and 30s.
I would agree, and
she may live to be 90, so her kids will be 30 years old. Most people lose their parents in their 30s.
In their 30s,
which means their parents are usually only in their 50s or 60s, early 60s.
I agree.
She got a chance. You know, she may be somewhat old and maybe slowed down, but I'm assuming, and I pray that she has the right support to keep her, in her right mind, keep her quality of life elevated enough so she can enjoy seeing her children.
See, that's all it is. It's just the quality. That's really what it is. We put so much emphasis on age and time and all kind of stuff that we really do lose just the I guess the beauty of life,
the ability to enjoy it and embrace it, because we're too busy worried about something, a timeline.
It is a timeline
that somebody else set for us.
Exactly.
We live against other people's timelines, and we try to measure ourselves up to what somebody.
I gotta be married by 30, and then I gotta have my kids by 35, and then by 36 this is gonna happen, and then by 42 it's like, don't do that to yourself. If you find love and you and your man have a child and you 59, then have that child. Like, who is, I don't know. I just feel like live your life, be free, embrace it. If you're a healthy woman and can still actually give children to this world,
Props to them for still having
that's what I'm saying, baby. Hello. Girl, women shut down in their 40s now. I'm just like,
where's she at?
that ain't gonna be me. I don't know. Yeah, you still young in your 60s.
But they're going through menopause, they're going through hysterectomy, cervical cancer, breast cancer, and this
And
woman
see,
made it
But
healthy.
you know,
Exactly.
I don't know until I'm that age.
You don't know. But
You
I have
don't
a
know.
friend right now that is struggling with health, and she's only 27 years
See, that's
old.
what I'm saying.
And you just never know. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, see,
I embrace it. I mean, I agree that there's always going to be some unknown. There's always going to be something that we can't predict and we can't foresee.
Control,
but
too.
can we just celebrate the fact that she made it through that process at 60 years old? When there's
Healthy.
people and healthy, when we have young women in America that are still dying, young women still dying in hospitals because of birth complications.
giving birth. Yeah.
That's true.
I would totally agree with all of that. It says, no, this isn't ripped from the headlines of the National Enquirer. According to a hospital in Spain, a woman really did give birth to twins at the age of 64. According to a hospital in Burgos, Spain, the sexagenarian gave birth via C-section to a boy and a girl, and all three patients are in perfect health. The woman, who is being identified by her initials, had undergone IVF treatment in the United States before returning to Spain. They say that this isn't the first time the woman has given birth. Actually, 6 years ago, she had her first child at the hospital at the tender age of 58. Yes, ma'am, for 58 and having your first child. Janet Jackson just had her first child at 50.
Was that
That's what her. It did say
she had twins, or was it just her?
No, because y'all don't really count tabloid.
No.
she got a kid that we don't know about.
Yes,
Ooh.
she I know about.
No.
With Elder Marge.
No.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What year was this?
It was way back in the day, but it just came out. It just recently came out.
You said it was way back in the day. What year?
No, she ended up giving her. She gave her. I guess gave her baby up for adoption.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But what about the bars? What he do with the baby?
They gave the girl up for adoption, so she recently reached out to him, and just basically saying, "Hey, I'm your daughter.
I'm
Remember
done.
me?"
I'm literally done. But DeBarge though, is that the one that was on drugs?
Yes.
Okay, so no wonder he okay.
He still is.
Okay, yeah, he still is, because he was actually on a reality TV show recently
Exactly.
with his youngest daughter, I think. Yeah, she was out in the streets looking for him.
Exactly.
Girl, I can't.
You know, they have a new season. That's what the new season where they're talking about that on the new season.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
And he said, yes, that's true. He said, when I was with her, she was pregnant. Like, yes.
Janet wrong for that?
She's wrong for that.
Cause we sure don't know anything about this here child. I'm sitting up here reading facts and stuff that's not really facts.
Fact-checking.
Right.
We need a fact checker. Mia.
You know what?
Mia.
Yeah. Right. So it says fertility over 50 is rare, but clearly not impossible. Data from the Centers Disease Control and Prevention shows that 600 babies were born to women between 50 and 54 in 2012. And by comparison, 144 in Britain, which was in 1997. So celebrities like Janet Jackson, like I just said, is also increasing the visibility of later in life pregnancies. Jackson gave birth not to her first child at the age of 50. Right. I'm just saying. Oh, that's not gonna hold up.
It is now.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, anyways, I just want to move forward because I am really excited. We have some very special guests in the building. Yes, indeed. I cannot believe it right now. I hope I don't look. I hope I don't get the jitters on air.
It got real hot.
It got real hot real quick, and it's not the lamps and the lights. So without further ado, everyone, I want to introduce classic, legendary Yarbrough and People. Come on up, y'all. Yes. You can just pull up any one of these chairs. You can sit in, Duchess, and then they can sit right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yes, indeed. They have made it. I know. Get them some headphones. You don't need them. Yeah, you don't need them. Yeah. Glad y'all could make it.
It's like driving in LA.
Oh my! Who are you telling?
It's like driving through LA. I was like, Kaden, are we gonna ever get there?
Get there, yeah. No, I'm glad you guys made it anyways, though.
Thank
For real, for real.
for inviting us.
No doubt, no doubt.
That was really awesome. I was talking to my daughter, and she was like, "Mom, don't worry about dressing up and
Oh no!
doing this." And then we walked in here and saw these cameras. We're like,
I should have warned you. I'm sorry.
"That's all right. We looking real regular."
Right.
She said she was like, "Are you ready to go with us?" And Lisa goes, "Don't worry about it. This won't be in the car."
Don't worry about it.
And I walked in the door. My mouth is close it for you.
Surprise!
I grabbed his shoulder. I was like,
What you doing? Right, where you going? That's funny. Wait, I'm gonna need for y'all to stop acting like y'all not legendary though. Come on now, you knew what it was gonna be. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you. Now, y'all don't want me to act up. 'Cause I am my daughter's mother.
Yes.
So I will act up, but I'm trying to be nice. We just walked in the room. No,
We're gonna let you warm up a little bit.
We forgot, even when our record was #1, we forgot to be snooty and snooshers.
Right.
wait a minute. I'll tell you the words: snoocious and snarcious and spontaneously combustible.
I love it. How do you say that? That's awesome. So look, but you know what? I'm glad that you guys are really that down to earth and just that genuine, because people do reach the top and then just forget.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
forget all of the bands, where they came from, the roots, where they really going. You know, I was actually going to say, Duchess, if you want to pull a chair up to here, and then we could use these two mics for you
We
guys.
share.
You can share a mic? Are you
We can
sure?
share.
Okay, shouldn't matter. What mic?
I just gotta talk bigger.
Okay, so you guys want to share this mic then?
Sure.
And all of them are.
okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. All of these mics are on, so it'll catch the audio anyways.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Jump right out.
No, I didn't tell me nowhere to go.
I'm loving it. So you guys, as I get all of my shows started, where are you guys originally from?
Dallas, Texas.
Yes, indeed. Dallas natives. That's what's up.
I here, I'm from Dallas.
She's gotta do her thing. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, okay.
I have to do it. He's from Dallas because he was from the good part. I'm from Oak Cliff.
Okay.
7521.
Yes, what's up. That's what's up. So, how did you guys actually meet each other?
We met at the piano teacher.
Okay.
And she was a better student than me, and I had my mind on other things. And so we met at the piano teacher.
Okay. To say the least.
I was only 5 years old at the time.
Really?
I was on.
What? What? 5 and fast.
5 years old. I didn't get a chance to be fast because we were all in the church. If I tell you all in the church,
Yes.
Let me change that. And nobody would ever believe that. Right?
Yes.
I just it was a wonderful childhood. I was so grateful that
Awesome.
that the Lord allowed me. I was the youngest girl, and yet the Lord allowed my parents to be able to send me to that particular teacher.
Right.
And that's where I met Caven.
Yes. So you guys literally have known each other since the age of 5 or around that time.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, relationship goals. Relationship goals. That is really awesome because these generation nowadays, I'm pretty sure you can attest to that stuff probably don't last more than 2 years, 5 years at best, maybe.
And we've come through the industry having a relationship and being married 30 years.
Wow.
Well, I tell you,
That's crazy.
there's a lot of people who you get busy with life. You don't have a lot of I just can't take nothing. I don't want to take nothing. I don't want to deal with nothing. You see other married couples older than yourself, and you see them going through things, and you say to yourself already, I'm not going to deal with that. I would never put up with that.
Right.
I would never do this. And before you can even get into a relationship, you've chopped it in half because you have to realize that, first of all, you weren't raised in the same home, not even by the same set of parents. A lot of times not even in the same environment.
Right.
So your thought processes are not going to be the same.
That's
This
true.
one for me, I'm not going to be like that.
Right.
yeah, that's right, that's right.
You have to have a lot of patience in a relationship. If you're going to have a friend, a girlfriend, just a guy friend, just a friend, then you're going to have patience with that relationship. You're going to have patience with that person.
Exactly.
You're going to have to endure some things with them. You have to make an investment.
Yes.
And you do these same things for friends, but a lot of us are not willing to do this for our
own partner.
Our partner.
Right. That's
Speaking
right.
of friends, our partners are friends.
Exactly.
So this is my friend.
Yep.
And I know
fight every day.
We were fighting on the way here.
You know what? And friends fight though.
Well, who else is going to understand what you're going through? And then having known each other for a long time,
Exactly.
you know that boy person.
Exactly.
You know that girl person. And so you know that person that's inside that has probably been trampled on, beat up on, but that little boy person and that little girl person is still there. So oftentimes you have to do things to initiate that little boy person or that little girl person so that they, at that point, remember who you were back then.
Yes. Look, he's like, I love it. That's good advice. Yeah, that's good advice for real. So you know what? But that's a good direction to go in. Right. You're doing too much, baby. What you doing?
I'm telling you something I didn't know.
No, right. That's what's up.
Relationship is going to have its ups and downs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to church, you're going to be mad at your pastor 3 or 4 times a year.
For sure.
Every relationship has its ups and downs.
Right.
We just have the patience. We need to have the patience and the endurance. Because like my mother told me years ago, she and my daddy used to have funny fights. We used to call them.
Yeah.
And because old people can talk about each other so bad.
Yes.
It'd be like, and I would say, well, mother, y'all need to get like I know, y'all need to get a divorce because y'all fuss every day. And she got real serious with me. She said, "Come here, baby, let me tell you something." I said, "What is it?" She said, "That man right there is an old fool." She said, "But guess what? He my old fool. I know that old fool is gonna do this and he's gonna do that, but I also know that old fool ain't gonna never do this
And that. Right.
She said, "Now if I get rid of this old fool, I ain't gonna want to be by myself, so I'm gonna go get another old fool. But that old fool might not be the right kind of old fool for me. That old fool may think it's okay to hit me upside my head. Or that old fool may think it's okay to cuss me out and demean me and make me feel like less than a woman. That old fool know not to go that far."
Right.
So I think I'm going to stick with that old fool.
Fool, right. My old fool. Yeah. I love it. That's what's up.
I love that.
I like him. That's what's up. So with that being said, you guys, the such a long relationship, a long lasting relationship, how does the music relationship with the personal relationship work with each other? Does that clash sometimes? Does it work very well? Both?
It works the exact same way. We don't
Okay.
get along in the studio.
Okay.
We get along in the
I
studio.
know why he like me, man.
It works exactly the same way.
Yes.
But it comes up with the product
Okay.
once that we agree
There is a
to
magic.
agree.
Yes.
There's a
it
magic
is.
of a
It has
product.
to be. It has to be.
We come up to be
Yeah.
where we go like, yeah, we bad.
That what whether you're fussing and fighting like two brothers or sisters or whatever, the maliciousness can never enter into the picture.
Yes.
You don't fight in a malicious way.
way.
You don't talk about my hair, my ears, and my face.
Okay,
and
yes,
funny.
yes.
You know, you don't go into those. You don't play.
Yeah. There's a difference now. Yeah.
To say you fuss every day means to literally we disagree on several things. But in the end, you know, you have to be as one for anything positive to happen.
Gotta say the lyric. We wrote a song called Everything We've Been Looking For. So I'll just tell you the hook. It says, there's a lot that's been said before. So please, let's say no more. Because one of us may unlock that door, and destroy everything that we've been looking for. So it's the kind of thing to where we go so far, and then there's automatic shut off.
You gotta shut it off.
Yeah.
You can't make
shut it down.
Make it to the point to where you're saying stuff that can't be taken back and
Yes.
that will hurt forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's
agree.
never a person's point as a lover or as a partner or as a husband or wife. It's never your job to inflict hurt upon another person.
That's so true. Absolutely.
In no way, no. If I tell you that hurt me, then you should automatically the what you feel for me should automatically say in your mind, I'm not gonna ever do that again because I don't want to hurt him or I don't want to hurt her.
Right.
And you've got to be able to talk to one another so that you can say these things
Right.
without being hurtful.
Right.
You know.
That's so true.
The same way with the music thing. You don't want to say something because you go, well, I need her in there next week. Say
Right.
the right things.
Yeah.
Come back with same way.
Yes.
Put some dirt on some music now, real bad.
For sure.
Oh, some bad feelings and some awesome. All of that goes right into the music.
So is that where a lot of the music that you guys compose come from? Is it experience? Is it something that you guys went through before with each other, or how does that work?
Good feelings.
Okay, I love good feel music though, for real.
Yeah.
That's the best music.
Good feeling is when we both of us do our best writing, I think.
Yes.
We feel good and we walk in with, hey, I got my, and it's a good feeling happening right there.
Right.
I think it doesn't come from if I'm angry with you because that's not to be written down.
Yeah.
There's a song that came out of anger one time, but it was the makeup part of the anger, and it was it's gonna cost you.
Yes.
That was one.
I love that title.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you.
Yes,
money.
indeed.
How does the chorus go? Oh, it's gonna cost you. You can buy me diamond rings and all those things. Oh, if you treat me bad though, it's gonna cost you.
Yes, indeed. Is that it? Now, can we listen to that?
You can be that kind of guy, but I'm gonna ask for the top of the line stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got on the high maintenance.
I'm not cheap.
Right.
And it's gonna go up. It's gonna keep
Yeah. I love it. You silly.
And then you gotta think about the first song that Kevin and I wrote together.
I was gonna ask y'all about the first record y'all wrote and recorded together.
Okay. And it's really strange because we never thought when we wrote it, we didn't think far enough ahead that this is gonna one day be a record.
Right.
But we wrote it out of the emotions that we were feeling for each other because both of us were young and both of us were shy about talking about love and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So his first verse was, I never believed in miracles.
Yeah.
And then what?
I know. Don't freeze up on us
But
now.
then what happened to me, the day that I found your love and I became weak.
That was my verse, so I say here, I never believed in miracles until one happened to me. I never thought I'd have a dream come true. But then one happened to me.
Yes, I love
The
it.
two of us together, we can conquer the world. And what a beautiful world this is
Yes.
when you're in love. And
Yes.
we were like, I think I was like maybe 18, very
Maybe.
young.
Maybe.
And so it was young love.
Right.
It was a promise of love. He kissed me on my jaw when I was 12 years old and told me he would marry me.
Wow.
Now you stay right where you are. Now you heard it. Now watch me real good. You stay right where you are, and I'm gonna come back and marry you.
And he walks off, right, and leaves you there. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. You gone right ahead.
He was very popular.
Okay.
And a lot of the girls would, and as soon as he would leave, they would say, "Girl, please, that boy got 150 women."
Yeah, but he came back for that one.
He did.
Yes.
Always been there. Always been there.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
It was Jesus.
I feel the love in the air right now. So you guys, with y'all being the music legends that y'all are, everybody in this room wants to know, what do y'all personally think about the music today? I kind of already know what he might just say. Yes. This is the goods. Right.
It's really not real. It's really not real. And please trust me and hear when I say this, that we used to have to, when we used to write songs, it would be songs that we'd wake up in the morning eating breakfast trying to write that song, trying to get that song, trying to get that feeling.
Yes.
Feeling
In that
from
moment.
that song. Now people do beats.
That's true.
It's just something that that you can. They do beats, and it's like, oh well, that song's got that beat. You don't do feelings anymore.
No more.
So the answer to your question is, it needs to start feeling again.
Oh yeah,
That's a major.
That old school.
Yeah.
And that's a
Needs
lot
to
of
start
reasons why
feeling
people
again.
are reaching back for the old school is because,
That's true.
I was listening to Steve Harvey one time, and he was going over some of those old songs. Girl, all of those songs like that.
Yes.
Crazy in the Christian. That it made you feel it made you feel sunshine. It made you feel birds in the sky and water and the thing that it's not that I don't like rap music, because that's not true. Because there was some really funky, really good rap songs that were clean. I don't like that I don't understand some of what it's saying. I think something is not being articulated well,
Exactly. I agree.
Then when I do finally hear you talking, you're talking about a lot of material things. You're talking about car wheels and
Clothes.
clothes. And then when you do decide to speak about something that might be cool, you start calling her out a name.
Yeah.
So I don't really get what the concept is. What are you trying to get out of your music? What is your focus?
Then,
What are you trying
and
to
then
do?
there's another turn to it. Then if they still had conversation that engaged you, such as songs to your mother or about your mother. See, I'm going back to pop now.
Yes.
I'm talking about pop.
Yes.
I'm talking about Biggie.
Yes.
I could tell
I'm talking about them.
Now we could do those. Yeah, we can. Yeah, okay.
You were talking about real life things. You were not talking about you talking about you got some spinning wheels and some bad this and that and the other.
Right.
And you go in your house and you
Exactly.
It ain't right.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's like, why are you purpose? You say you're talking about real life, but this is not
Your real life. It's an image that they're selling.
That you're portraying. So if you really want to talk about your real life, talk about it.
Right. And how you have a wife and 3 kids really at home.
I got a girlfriend and I got a wife on the side.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that too. Right.
If you'll notice the tracks that Biggie and Pac chose to do, or the ones that spread for them, that blew up for them,
right,
were the ones from real songs, like the Juicy Fruits and
that's right. That's
real songs.
Wow.
It wasn't the repetitious loop that comes around like
with no
now.
changes.
You know?
And what people are not understanding is those changes invoke emotions.
It does.
The rise and the falls of the songs is what deals with your emotions. Now I'm gonna take it biblically.
Yes.
You gotta understand, even when David was there, he was one of those men that he was a master musician in the Bible. He was a master musician, which meant that he knew everything that there was to know about music. And he was a very anointed man at the same time. But yet, when Saul was having those problems and those demons was eating him up in his sleep, when he called David didn't walk in there with no anointed oil and no big book and no Bible. David walked in there with his instrument.
Exactly.
And strummed a chord.
Yes.
That would heal or make him feel better. You know,
so you gotta understand, emotion has a lot to do with music.
It
It
does.
can heal through emotions. It can take your emotions and it can take that beast in you and tame that beast.
Yes.
Or it can give you some violent tendencies and make that beast come out.
Right.
Music can do that for you. And I think it's our responsibilities as musicians and people of God that you are going to give people some music that's, number one, going to help to create a positive vibe in front of these people.
Exactly.
Number two, that's going to allow them to be happy in a situation where they might have been sad. And
Right.
for a moment, I can forget that I just lost my brother. Because what I'm doing is I'm listening to something that's uplifting me and taking me into a different place.
Yes,
Nobody
honey.
in this room can tell me at one point, now I know, and I'm looking at the ages around the room. At one point, some jazz song got you.
I love jazz. I absolutely love jazz.
I like jazz.
Yeah, it was
but
like,
you know what? I was going to say that I feel like when women especially, when we're anything happen, we go through a breakup or whatever it is, we're going to go to that music, we're going to go back to that old
School, yeah. That is true. You're not putting on nothing new to help you solve your issues, right? That is so true. Yes. Yeah, Shaka Khan, baby. Okay.
Houston.
Yes. You could go on.
I would be, just came across the top of my mind. On this show or any other show that I'm on at this particular time of the year, it would be terrible for us not to mention a person that's been through so many decades and genres of music, and still, the question you ask him is he in style? It's Stevie Wonder.
Oh, God. Yes. Stevie Wonder.
Is that an artist or not? Is that like what?
Yes. It's oh, man.
When you talk about an icon and you talk about a legend,
You have to talk about Stevie Wonder.
You gotta talk about Stevie Wonder.
That's true.
You know? And it's because he's been through every era.
And same with every genre, the Beatles and just all the way down the line.
I love the Beatles.
I know
I do. That's cool.
And there I come back around
Wow.
the corner again, because Stevie sings with, let's say it together, feeling.
Feeling. Let's say it together. Feeling. Yes. That's what's up.
That's what music is.
It's exactly what it
Music
is.
is something that manipulates your feelings. And I think that if we could somehow portray this to the new artists or the younger artists, all of them are not. All of them are not at a place where they don't know, because you got some young people that are coming up that's like
That are
right
there. Yes.
Yeah.
And they thank you, baby. And they have the hardest time getting out out there.
Right.
And you know, and,
Right.
and the ones that are getting through, and you hear it over and over again, you go, oh, here come that record again, Jesus.
Yeah.
And so then your radio stations stop getting as many listeners because there's a huge amount of people who really feel this way.
Right.
And Kevin and I do a lot of traveling, and we found that in Europe in particular, they still cherish the music that America has thrown away.
Yes, that is so true.
That old school.
Absolutely.
We went over last year to France.
Yeah,
Lyon, France. And
That's so true.
it was amazing. They didn't like. Now y'all know, "Don't Stop the Music" is the jam in America.
But that was not the biggest jam over there.
That's not what
Really?
they wanted. They wanted
Guilty.
a record called "Guilty." Kind of like
Guilty was the big hit for them, for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And-
Okay.
that. And
Really?
yes,
You'll be
yes,
surprised in different places.
yeah.
And that's what they
That's
wanted us
true.
to end the show with.
Really?
If I tell you, from the moment Kevin and I got off
That's
that plane,
awesome.
it was like we were back in 1981. There were fans at the airport with signs up. You know, when we got to the hotel, we couldn't hardly get out of the limousine.
Really? Wow.
Elevators.
I am
When we got ready
very
to go,
afraid.
we got
Wow.
ready to go up the elevator. She didn't have no problem getting on the elevator.
Let's go. We up in here now. Wow. Phil,
It was awesome.
I
We were
bet.
in the lobby signing autographs for what, maybe about an hour and a half. Before we could even
Wow.
go up to our room.
I left my bag, right? So I had to go back and get my bag.
Oh,
When I went back,
oh God. No. Wow.
And he slammed the door. He's like, "Who you want to leave?"
What? Are you serious?
And it was like
That's
the whole
awesome.
time we
there
were
were three
there.
girls
Yes.
that wasn't going to give up. They weren't going to give up. Come on, let's go. I'm like, no.
He had cuffs and stuff torn off his.
Seriously.
Oh, Wow.
They weren't going to give up. They wanted a piece of it.
That is freaking awesome. And what year did y'all come out with Guilty? What year was that
That
recorded?
was 86.
84.
And people are ranting. That is absolutely
Literally
amazing.
going crazy, and it was, and then there's a blues singer that's really good friend. Well, we know all the musicians and singers and stuff around here. And Lucky Peterson, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lucky. Oh, this boy is so talented. Well, we go to do the Circean Blues Festival, and we walk up, and you know how it is when you overseas and you see somebody from home, and it'd be like,
Ah,
They
yes.
had
Wow.
Big pictures of it.
pictures of Lucky Peterson going down the street there.
We're going like,
And all we had to say, now we got this big old record.
We know him.
But we were like, we know Lucky Peterson, and everybody was like, oh,
Oh wow. I bet they tore your clothes off too today.
they want to feed you, ride you, just do everything.
Wow.
Just to ask
we
you
didn't have to.
Yeah.
We didn't have to.
Yeah.
We didn't have to. We were very well treated.
And where was this at? What was
Leon France.
This was in
France? Wow. Take me to France next time y'all
Yeah.
go
We
play.
were based in, we were based in England.
Okay.
But we took the fast train to everywhere we had to go because
Okay.
we did Sweden, we did all the countries over there, but we
Yes.
based in London.
So how often do you guys perform overseas or get to perform
We
overseas?
try. We try every year.
Okay.
We
At least
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe at the least, it's about every 2 years.
Every 2
Okay,
years.
okay,
We've been
minimum,
fortunate
right.
to get every 2 years, but we try every year.
Yeah.
Because,
It's
you know
like
what?
we love going over there.
We kind of like to do it more often.
Right. I would imagine.
Well, you know why? Again, we were born and raised in Dallas. Everybody knows this is Lois and Caden. And if they see us, they go, okay, hey y'all, Lois and Caden. We go to California, or even Houston.
It is so sad the difference
In your own
that we get.
hometown.
I was like,
That's same thing I was saying too. That the city, when you from everybody see you as who you are, but outside of the city. You are way much bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And treated. I mean, it's like, hey y'all, we got this local band, and they're gonna do this gig. Can y'all come sit in for a couple of $100? I almost have a stroke. I'm serious. I mean, I almost about to have a stroke.
You're right.
Baby, it's all right. They said a couple $100. That's lower than that's kind of lower than your normal what they call local group. And what they get confused is the fact that we live locally, but we are not a local group.
Not by far. Are you kidding me? What the hell? That's almost an insult to what y'all do and have done.
And
you know?
It won't make us do what people want us to do.
But when you end up doing it, you do it free.
Here in Dallas, that's how they.
Yeah, you kind of end up doing it free because you this is home, and the people that are asking you, they've been knowing you since you was little. And you're like, no,
But still, you know.
I don't sell cigarettes for a living. I'm proud.
What the hell? Like,
We're kind of free spirited and we don't like to be stuck up. It's like, that's
Right.
I appreciate the part that you think I am a celebrity or that's what I am to you. But I'm also right in front of you right here.
right.
And don't treat me like I'm a third party or something like that. You're talking about,
Yeah.
With all the cameras.
But I'm gonna tell you something. There is no place like home. Because
Yes, indeed.
these same
Yes,
people,
indeed.
They nourish us every day with their love. I love that my family's here. I love that my child is here. I thank God for our children, man. We got the best kids in the world.
Absolutely.
Very supportive. Make sure that everything is there in your corner. My brothers, my sisters, his sister. He's got one sister, Liv, and she is so supportive of him and myself. We are so grateful for that in being home. In being home.
And not everybody has that, you know what I'm saying, that support system, that backbone in family, especially in their own home. You might have a support system, but they may be elsewhere somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
back biblically, the Bible says that a prophet in his own land has no honor. So
You kind of don't expect it.
You kind of don't expect it.
On a professional level.
Right.
We
But the
don't look
non-professional
for it.
level
It's-
is like right on.
Right.
Yeah, but we expect people to know where that line is crossed.
I agree.
We're not
I
professional
agree.
and professional.
Totally. Completely.
Yeah, but I have to give a shout out to my baby Lisa.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Lisa Peoples. Right. She got to be listening now. Come on now. That's what's up. Yes, indeed.
And I tell you, Miss
We
Venus,
were working up on something.
you know I ain't seen my baby. But you know, I don't know what I would do without her. I don't know what person I would be if the Lord had not blessed me with her. And so I just have to just give her props on the air and everywhere. I love my baby. My life would not be the same if I didn't have her. And I'm so grateful that God blessed me with her.
Yes,
Clap for
indeed.
Lisa
Yes,
there.
indeed. Shout out to my girl, Lisa. Right. We know you're listening, girl. Mommy says she loves you, boo.
I have to say the same thing about my son, Jermaine.
Yes.
You know, Jermaine is his twin. Lisa's my twin.
Okay. I haven't seen Jermaine, but I could imagine though. Okay.
And it's the same thing. He's gonna stick by his pops. He's
That's
gonna
what's
make
up.
sure his pops is good and everything is in order. He looks out for me too. I'm mama number 2.
Yeah.
And
That's what's up.
I love him to death. And so I thank God for the people in our lives. You know, I really do.
Yes, indeed.
Nobody wants to give us money, but that's okay.
Nobody won't pay for none, but you know what? But they love us. Yes, indeed. Exactly. Come home and have all the love in the world. Yes. From the peoples themselves, y'all. That's what's up. So, what was the last concert y'all been to?
That we went to attend or that we did?
No, that you guys attended.
Oh, it was the Masters of Funk.
Nice.
We went to see
Well, you know, we're a part of the Masters of Funk.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're Masters of Funk.
Woo! Yes.
And every time they come, we support them. And I think the last time they had Lakeside, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
And Fred Alexander is a good friend of ours as well.
Okay.
The drummer for Lakeside.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was Lakeside.
You wouldn't call Tommy a concert though, was
Oh, we went to see Tommy Davidson.
He was
Oh, this was the other night. Where was that at?
At the Improv in Arlington.
Nice.
3 nights last week.
That boy is silly, y'all. I had so much fun.
That's good.
This is the best one we've seen in a long
Okay.
time from him.
And you know that, from him.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you just meant in general.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because he's a friend of ours, and we don't
He's
see
a
a lot
real
of
good.
his concerts.
When he comes to Dallas and he does concerts, he goes to church with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
he always goes to church. He always
nice.
goes to Sunday with us.
Okay, that's what's up.
We be jamming. He plays on drums.
I just had to Google him.
Right.
But now we are getting, we've got a few things coming up. We're getting ready to do the Tom Joyner cruise.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, when is that?
That's
April 6th.
Yeah.
Well, we're leaving April 6th.
We leave
April 6th.
Okay.
To go there.
It's that week.
Wow.
We fly in the middle of it.
And we'll
Okay.
be performing with the Masters of Funk again.
Yes.
And then we got our manager called us today. He was like,
You skipped over the.
oh, I'm sorry.
You skipped over the date we were doing Sunday.
Please.
Uh-oh.
Sunday we're doing a day that's for Black and White Ball for the Mocha makeup.
Mocha Cosmetics.
Cosmetics. Mocha Cosmetics.
They're having their big extravaganza. So we'll be doing that along with Intense Band because my girl Tamia's in that band.
Nice.
And so we'll be kind of doing a cameo with them.
Yes, for the cameo. That's what's up.
And then
And that's this coming Sunday?
That's this coming
What time?
It's gonna be at
I'm not sure.
it's gonna be at 6 o'clock.
She said she
Okay.
But it's at 6 o'clock. I do know that.
It's at 6.
But
Okay.
it's already sold out.
At the Improv? Where is it at again?
It's at
It's
the
a hotel.
hotel.
Oh, okay.
This big mocha gala.
Okay.
And it's really for most of the people that work with
It's at the
them.
Intercontinental.
Right.
I think it's at the Intercontinental.
So can we?
I love that hotel.
go with y'all?
That's funny. And then, look, we with them.
That's a train.
I have to tell you, the face is still funny today. It's funny. When we first became successful, and we had the big record and everything, and now we were going to places and we came to town, and like I said, she's got like my 4 brothers and sisters. We'd go through the door. Everybody be
makes me
they'd be pulling us through.
Yeah.
You guys come on, go get your hair. Come on. And they'd be fussing about us. And her brother would walk up to the people. He said, "We the people."
Look, don't play with us. We are the people, the only people.
We're performing tonight too.
I love it.
I'm just saying, I'm performing.
Right.
Funny thing is, like my brother Troy, he performs with us all the time. He also wrote "Be a Winner," which was like the title cut of our 3rd album.
Nice.
Be a Winner was a title cut of a lot of advertising they used in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because the Olympics were in LA that year.
And it was a very positive record about empowering people to do what you can do.
Right,
You can be a winner.
That's suiting. That's very suiting. Yeah.
Awesome. So my brother, they do work with us. My sisters work with us.
You the people.
Lavinia, my sister Lavinia is singing to them. Well, she's got one of those mini Ripperton high voices.
Wow. Real high
All of them
pitch.
sing and
That's what's
play,
up.
and, so it's a blessing.
Right.
They are the peoples.
There we go. That's funny.
Let me say
I love
that.
that.
Pizzas. What your mouth like? Did you see her mouth when she did it? Pizzas. No, you gotta push a lip. Shout out to the rest of the pizzas. That's how you gotta do it. That is so great, man. I love y'all. So, last things last, but not really last. I just want to know who you would prefer to see in concert right now, Jill Scott or Erykah Badu? That's real cold-blooded right there. That's real coldblooded right there.
You know, Erykah since she was a little girl.
Oh, nice.
And that's my girl. That's my weird little baby girl.
Yeah, I love Erykah. I absolutely love her.
Jill is all that too.
Man,
Was family with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jill is all that.
Okay.
That's not fair.
Okay. Let me come up with a different one. Okay. What about Shaka Khan or Aretha Franklin?
Oh, hell, that man. I think that would be Shaka.
I kind of figured you'd say Shaka.
Bet as a friend too.
Oh, damn.
And we also went, when Aretha came here at the music hall last year.
Yes.
We went to the concert last year.
Oh, God. I know it was. Of course.
But then you go. When she started doing it well,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say some good news a while ago.
Okay, good.
And that was our manager called us this morning. He was like really, really excited. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, BMG, who is the record company, who is our publishers for our old music, he said BMG has decided to re-release all 4 Yarbrough and People's CDs, remastered CDs in the United States.
Not record.
What? When?
CD.
Right, the CDs though. Yes, CDs.
Of March.
Oh yeah, that's a week from now. Oh yeah, we will have a copy. And we're going to put some in the studio. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This is what we stand
That's
for.
what's up.
His excitement was, first of all, when have you heard of completely remastered
Wow.
CD from the 80s?
From the 80s.
The same song,
Wow.
right? Or songs. And then number 2, when have you seen that happen and they charted?
Yes, you better come on now for the charting.
We're trying to make history. We're trying to make history. We want to sell at least 500,000 copies. We can do that in Texas.
Yes, for sure.
I want everybody to get behind us and support
All day. We definitely will.
European country, that this European company that doesn't think that the United States would support Yarbrough and Peoples like that, we can prove them different.
Prove them wrong. Yes, indeed.
If they blasted all over the Steve Harvey morning show,
Everybody and their mama. Yes. For sure.
Do an interview with Steve.
For sure. Look, I got you. Look, what okay, for real. Man, that is, please, for real, y'all. That is awesome. Wait, don't leave me hanging. Yes. So where are we going to be able to find these CDs? Is it in the store, Walmart, Best Buy? How do you get it?
It's going to be everywhere, but they're hoping that we'll be able to get a lot of, which is something that Beyonce and them have actually got going, is they want to do a whole lot of digital sales.
Okay.
They want to do, can we get the digital sales?
Right, Spotify.
All of that.
Yeah.
Because we've already hit on the major markets with the albums themselves, and they was like, okay, now you're not young no more, so if you really do a thing with this digital thing, you've made history for real.
Wow.
So we're shooting for a lot of digital downloads.
Right. Yes, ma'am. I'm super happy for y'all. That is dope. And you know what? Y'all deserve it. Honestly, y'all truly deserve it. I mean, I had said before y'all even came in the door, I was like, do these people have literally paved the way for so many artists that we listen to today, don't listen to, have listened to at one point. The all of the mixture of music that y'all have in y'all music, the jazz, the funk, the R&B, the soul, everything, gospel a little bit. I mean, it's just amazing. Y'all deserve it. For real.
So
Yes, indeed.
You sound just like Queen Latifah.
Really? I've never gotten that
the
before.
first time we did the Tom Joyner cruise, Queen was on there, and
nice.
We watched her show, and it was like, wow, that was really, really nice. And she was going, yeah, thank you. And then she looked at us and she said, why y'all look familiar? And her manager, I guess it was her manager, told her who it was, and she said, oh no, and she literally bowed and said, I bow to y'all.
Wow.
She said, because I'm walking on y'all's back right now.
Yes.
We were on the elevator and these two young ladies were on there and they were saying, one was saying, I'll fly up on this elevator. And she said, don't do that. Don't fly it. Don't do it. I said, look at them two old people over there. So we got off the elevator.
I wasn't on there.
You want the old person? Okay. That's funny.
We got off the elevator and in the lobby, and there was a reception waiting on us there. You know, to do pictures and sign autographs.
They didn't know who we were.
They didn't know who we were.
Are you serious?
And when I tell you who these two were, they were like, I literally saw their mouths go. It was Floyd.
What? Are you serious? Oh no!
I walked up to them after that. They were like, "Oh man, we like,
oh wow! I bet they wrong for that one.
They were really cool.
That's what's up.
Really cool. I have to say.
I read about that.
So what we do is we provide music for a lot of different reasons. It could be that you need a big band for a wedding. We're gonna make sure you get that big band in there. And
Right.
Get your music right and all. It's different things. So in doing this, we do jingles as well.
Okay.
And sometimes we go on set, and here we go. We run into somebody that's mainstream.
Right.
And you
what's
go.
the last thing? Who was that last? They probably familiar with it. I'm not gonna miss my shot. What is it?
I can't remember. It's
It's out. You probably. I'm not gonna miss my shot. No. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You'll see it it's on TV a lot. Man.
Okay.
It's where they've got a lot of white rappers.
Y'all did that?
Yeah.
What?
That production.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember the little rap though.
That's super dope, man.
So that's we're
Like,
still doing things that we love.
Right.
We're still doing music. We're still all music.
can we expect any new music?
Oh man.
Oh, heck yeah.
We
Yeah.
got this song called Pleasure Zone.
Okay.
Can we get a step?
Right.
I tell you, the lyrics are what you're looking at the others for. You should want to shake it down on the dance floor. Let the music mesmerize, antagonize your rhythm.
Yes.
What you're looking at the others for, you should want to shake it down on the dance floor. Let the music mesmerize, antagonize your pleasure zone.
Yes, indeed. When can we expect this pleasure zone? When is that expected to drop?
It's already ready.
Oh, okay.
They're ready to go. It's a matter of the timing.
Yeah.
We just came out of a terrible photo session.
Oh, wow.
That it was great for us.
Okay.
But it was terrible for when it came back. you
Okay.
know? So that's gonna delay a little.
Got you. Okay. Understood. That's understood.
Everything has to be put together.
Look, we know how the industry is. We really, truly do.
Yeah, bad picture, get out there and
Oh yes. Especially with the media nowadays, you are absolutely in trouble.
It's so hard to get it back.
It's a big record. There people that influenced us in trying to get into the business as well. And Lonnie Simmons, who was the owner of Total Experience Records, and that's who we were signed to, he had this thing about making sure that you were educated in what you were doing, and that you were exposed to the other elements that would help you go up. And so he exposed us to Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson.
Okay.
And that's another shout out I have to give is to Val Simpson, because these people were, she and Nick they were always encouraging us, always saying, even if you did it and it wasn't quite, they still made you feel like you were good.
Right.
But they were still critiquing you and letting you know that you needed to do, but they still kept that feel good thing. So even to today, we still keep in touch with Val.
So we redid Solid by Nick and Val Simpson. It's a song called
Solid as a Rock.
Nice.
We redid it. Yeah, we did it. Look, Val gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Shout out to Val.
That's my girl. I love Val so much, and she's gonna laugh when she hears this. She's gonna laugh. But yeah, we redid Solid, and it's Dallas style.
Already. We love the Dallas style. That's when you put the home on it. Yeah, the stamp.
And we got Mr. Stanley Glenn came off in there and stomped on it like an elephant.
Oh my God.
With those keyboards.
Yeah.
It was just, it's just.
We had a lot of help with it from y'all, and that was really wonderful. Everybody we said, okay, we're doing this. They just, when?
What you want us to do?
What you want me to do?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
We had a lot of
Musicians in Dallas.
So
they
were really good with this project. And so it'll be coming out real soon.
Yes.
Real soon.
Yes, real soon.
It'll be that and a few more awesome.
When all of this comes out, please send it to me, y'all. I would love to play it on air for real. No, seriously.
We'll come back out and laugh and talk with you.
Oh, for sure. Yes, indeed. I'd love to have y'all back out. We love y'all. Y'all so cool. They cool as hell. Look.
You're not gonna even want to. You're gonna be so bougie. You're not gonna even want to.
Girl, stop. Look. Next time the cameras they're not gonna be here. No lights, camera actions. Yeah, exactly. Let's sip a little wine.
They told me just wait house shoe, mama. I've been up in there. I mean, it's not one of those things.
Yeah. Lisa, no, we're a little better than that now. Yes, it is.
Very professional, very beautiful here.
Thank you.
Thank you all for having it.
Wow.
Listen, said, how do you look? I'm like, I'm cool.
I think I'm good.
It's like Jethro though.
No, you guys look fabulous. I mean, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say, but just thank you. It's an honor to really be sitting here and speaking with y'all on a platform like this. It really, truly is. Do not forget, when that music is dropping, send it my way. Pleasure Zone. We want to hear all. Please. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Do you guys have a social media?
Yeah.
On Facebook and Instagram?
Yes, we're on
Yes.
Facebook. We have a website, www.yarbroughandpeople.com.
Okay.
A&D.
Okay.
And we've got Facebook, Yarbrough and People.
Look, you need to delete a friend for me, cause
that's our personal page.
I'm just playing with you, honestly. But Lisa had tagged you in the post that I made for the flyer.
Okay.
And I said, let me go and add them. And I tried to add you as a friend. It said Max. She is 5,000 friends, Max. She is not adding you.
Facebook. Oh. She is Miss Facebook.
Ain't over nothing.
Right. I feel you.
And then while we're here, I have a very, very, very serious birthday coming up in June.
Oh, yes,
I
indeed.
want you to tell. I want you to
Okay, I'll
What?
let you tell
What?
us now.
That's
Okay.
part of my ending story.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Are we ready for that now?
Are we ready for that now?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Okay, our next, we come back off the cruise, the town joiner. We'll probably not be doing gigs in town
Okay.
here, but our next important gig is her birthday party.
Yes.
She's turning 85 years old.
See, look, that's why y'all be arguing every day.
That's why I'm telling you the whole story.
Right.
Please don't get it twisted.
I'm not finished yet.
You're not through.
Wait a minute. And I want this one to really be special. Evidently, she did too, because what she asked for, the gifts, are really piling up. She wants to be serenaded, not by me, her husband, but by a very good friend of ours, Mr. Glenn Jones.
Oh, yeah.
He used to show me, man.
Yes.
And, so that will be happening, and it will be like a concert birthday party like thing that we're having June 29th. It's her birthday.
I'm there. I am absolutely
We'll have to
there.
have the party on the weekend of that because it's coming on a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay.
But I will be turning 60 years old.
Yes.
60, how many? 68?
I said
She said 6-0. What is 0? Yes.
I told the real age. He wants to make me older. No, I
That's
really.
because you look so wonderful for your age.
Indeed, that is so true,
You
ma'am.
look fabulous.
You look
for your
fantabulous, honey.
Oh, sometimes.
Absolutely.
Look, that's life goals right there, for real. Wow, what are you eating?
I am turning 60.
Wow.
I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to God. Because there's so many people getting out of here. Girl, it's supposed to die. They never died before.
We were just saying that. We were just talking about that. Honestly, we were. That's so true.
There she goes.
That is so true, though. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, have to watch out for you. Sister Winnie.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. That sounds like me. Oh my God.
Y'all so silly.
That's just amazing.
Yes.
And I remember my mother when she turned about, I think she's about 81. And I was like, no, you need to start going out. You know, you at home all the time. You know, we gonna, let me call your friend.
This is after Dad.
This after my dad passed.
Okay.
She was like, I was like, let me call your friends and have somebody come over. I know she like to have those teas and stuff, and people come over and talk, bring their Bibles and sit their teeth in the cup and start talking and stuff. And so I was
Sit
like,
their teeth in the cup.
Mother, come here, get some of your and she was just sitting there rocking while I was talking, like, And I said, Mother, you hear me? She said, yeah, I hear you. I said, well, give me your friends. So she said, they all dead.
Mother might have had teeth in the cup, but she has some pretty legs.
My mom was
Yes, I believe it too. I believe it. Look, something what my grandma would call a stone cold fox.
Yeah.
See what the mama look
She get it
like.
from
Then you know what the mama look like. Exactly. There you go.
I said, Mama got them kind of legs right there. She probably has it.
Yeah. We good now. We good.
Yeah. 81 years old, pretty legs. Well, you know.
Wow.
My
That's what's
mama
up.
nephew looking young.
That's what's up.
and pretty.
Yes. And that's the way we need to all live.
And walk you clean across.
She was a walker.
Yes.
She walked every day. She just and if you asked her what was her secret, walk, baby, keep this blood circulating. Her cheeks was always, she didn't have to use blush and stuff. Her cheeks were always had that little glow.
That is absolutely wonderful and very encouraging for somebody my age. You know, it's just
you got longevity.
yes.
Listen, that when you have longevity, anybody who got any color Be grateful for that color, because that keeps you, it's going to keep
Live
you.
and
I know
vibrant.
about 2 or 3 people over 100 years old now, and every time I ask, what is it? What do you do? What's up? They tell me eat fresh.
Not out the can.
Not out the can.
There we go. That's my health expert right there.
They
Yeah.
tell me eat fresh.
Wow.
This is as long as you eat fresh, not out the can, you can live.
Wow. There you
I
go. That's good.
That's how I drop it.
I want to grow in an organic garden one day.
You know,
My own.
kind that you can put on top of the ground now.
No.
Yeah.
You put a garden on top of the
On
ground?
top of the ground, you know, because you
What?
know the place we live, the ground is it's like rock.
Horrible.
It's just really bad.
Yeah.
And so,
Huh?
Who did you talk about?
Oh. Got you.
it's horrible. So what they have now, you can go to a Home Depot.
Okay.
They have these. They're like you can put them together. They're squares, long squares.
Okay.
And you put them together. They've already got the dirt in them. They're in wooden casings, and you just sit them on top of the ground. They have little sticks, and you grow your stuff in that instead of trying to.
Instead of actually, yeah.
Instead
Oh,
of trying to get that
wow.
dirt to work.
Shut
So that's what I'm going to do.
up.
I'm doing it above the ground.
I love that. Thank you for enlightening me, for real. Yeah. Because I was thinking, like, how in the heck, when you just buy a house or something like that, you
Right.
want to grow a garden,
Right.
where do you start? How the soil is just,
Right.
yeah, that's,
Even if you have
wow.